how about if we just put the context of the person has a decent business, the growth is there a little bit. There's no 5s and 10s a year annual growth. They're making some money. They've always been somewhat profitable. Their equipment is semi up to date because we're always needing something anyways.
Yeah. First thing is decide that you really want to do this. And you talked about emotions. There's a concept that I use, which is what I call the emotional bridge. And people sell their company because they've crossed some kind of emotional bridge. They're either rich, they're either poor, they're sick, they're healthy, their spouse is saying enough already with these 60-hour weeks, or they're not going into work and they don't want that responsibility. You mentioned equipment. Equipment has come to the end of its life and it's time to sign on for another $1 million press or upgrade from offset to inkjet, whatever it is. There's some kind of bridge that you crossed in your career where you've decided it's time to sell. And that's an internal step. And I can tell you that there's no way that I can sell somebody on hiring us to sell their business. It just doesn't work that way. They have to decide for whatever their situation is, again, rich, poor, healthy, sick, whatever it is, something has changed where now they're ready to exit. And that's the first step, is crossing that emotional bridge. Once that happens, it really does depend on the business. If your bookkeeping is sloppy, then get your bookkeeping in order. If your bookkeeping is in order, but you've got customer concentration, figure out maybe you need to go through a couple of years of adding some customers and show that you can do that. You might not be able to dilute the concentration, but at least you can show there's a pathway to it. Or if you have concentration, can you get a contract with that customer so you can show that it's going to transition with a sale? So it's really going to depend on your particular situation.